Hello class, this is going to be an extremely short video on naming angles and measuring an angle. So first of all, on slide 1, I just wanted to bring back what the definition of an angle is. An angle is a figure formed by two rays with a common endpoint. The other part you have to remember is that that common endpoint is what we call a vertex. So if I have this angle here, which I'm going to call angle ABC at first, there's other ways to name this angle. You always, if you're going to use the three letters that make this angle, you absolutely need to make sure that the vertex, which in this case is B, has to be in the center of the letters. So the first way I can name this angle is angle ABC. The second way I could name it, I could go backwards, CBA, as long as B remains in the middle. And since this angle is all by itself, not connected to any other angle, you are allowed to name this angle angle B. So the three ways we can name it are angle ABC, angle CBA, and angle B. And please note, you'll see here that you need the angle symbol in front of the letters. So let's go to this slide. Take a second. What you should realize is that there's three angles in this picture, and I want you to name the three angles. There's a big angle, and then there's two small angles. So if we start with the biggest angle in the picture, and we name it with three letters, we can name it WXZ or ZXW. And that's this third one, WXZ or ZXW. The bigger angle out of the two smaller, we could call WXY or YXW. And then the other one we could name is YXZ or ZXY. That's really it for naming. Now, the reason I can't say on this slide that this is angle X is because all three of these angles could be called angle X. So you wouldn't use that in this situation because you don't know which one you're talking about. Whereas it's okay to say angle B here because it's a sole angle by itself. I will say it becomes much more common to use three letters at all times when naming an angle. That's it for naming. Let's talk about measuring an angle. You guys have your protractor, and if you already watched the construction video, you're pretty used to your protractor. But if not, you're going to see that there's a center or a midline in your protractor. You are going to take that center and put it at the vertex. Now, the problem is you need to make zero, the line 0, line up with your angle. So I'm going to tilt my protractor so that 0 lines up with that ray. So now I have that these lines are matched up. And now the thing we have to consider is this. There's two sets of numbers. We're always going to try to start at the number with 0 and count up. What you should also notice is that if I pulled this away, what type of angle is this? Is it acute or is it obtuse? Hopefully you said acute. This is a smaller angle. So when I put this on and I read to where this line is, my options would be 85 or 86 or 100. Well, if you count it down, it would be 100 and it would be like 95. So you either have 85 or 95, and if you realize 85 is acute, 95 is obtuse. So you have to make sure you realize it's 85 degrees. So this measure of this angle is 85. Okay, so it's 85 degrees. All right. And then sometimes we like to put it right in the middle if we need to, just so we know what the angle is. Take a second, pause the video, try to measure this one by yourself, see if you come close to what I am. This is obviously an obtuse angle. So therefore, if it's obtuse, we know that our angle measure is greater than 90, but smaller than 180. So I'm going to take the center of my angle, I'm going to put it right on. I'm going to maneuver my protractor if I need to make sure that 0 lines up with one of the rays. And then I'm going to measure, and since this lines up with 0, I'm going to start at 0 and count the bottom row. So I get to 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 160's here. It looks like it's right on the hash mark in between. So 155 and degrees. You always want your degree symbol because that's what angles are measured in. So this is approximately 155 degrees. All right, thank you.